Hi, everybody. My speech is about suicide amongst teenagers, and it is going to be hopefully about 4 minutes long. I just want to give some information about suicide and how we can try to raise awareness surrounding the issue at hand. Suicide is among one of the leading causes of death amongst teenagers ages 15 to 24 years old. Suicide is defined as one ending their own life. And a lot of youth that suffer from depression, PTSD, schizophrenia, bipolar are at an increased risk for suicide ideation. And they will try to solve the issue by taking their own life. It says that 1 out of 25 attempts to commit suicide are successful. That's a very, very sad topic because typically suicide ideations are brushed off as like normal teenage behavior, that they are just moody, they're going through changes in life, and they just don't really want to be bothered. But really, it's a cry for help. And understanding that it is a cry for help and what to do next is the most important thing to do. They do need help. They need help from a medical advisor, someone who specializes in treating these disorders and getting them back on the right path. In order to alleviate some of the feelings that the teens are going through, they do need to see someone about those things and stay on medication if that's an option. See a psychiatrist, go through counseling, things of that nature, to help them be able to cope with what they're feeling. If you notice that your teen is acting different, a little moody, withdrawn, they lack interest in some of the things that they normally would partake in, they're tearful, or they express to you that they actually feel hopeless and they just don't want to go on, that is a major red flag, and you need to be aware of it. You need to be aware that there's a possibility that there's a little bit more going on with your teenager than meets the eye, and get them help. There are a lot of people in the system, school system, and things of that nature that don't know. So if you see any changes, it is important to reach out to the school and just let them know, hey, if you see anything changing with my teen, just be aware that this is how they're feeling and let me know, so that you can work together to help the teen get through this difficult time. You know, it's often difficult when you're changing from junior high to high school and you have peers, you have a lot more peer pressure. There are a lot of things working against you that you typically feel like you can't do anything about. And if you do have a mental health disorder that's untreated, you may have those overwhelming feelings, and they can lead you to a fatal outcome. So it's just one of those things where we, as a group of parents and healthcare workers and teachers and counselors, need to be aware of the signs and symptoms of suicide and work together to help the teens overcome those feelings and get help. Get help. If you're feeling like the world is on your shoulders and there's nothing that you can do and there's nobody that you can talk to, there is somebody that you can talk to. Get help. And I would like to thank you for listening to my speech.